Hi, welcome to What Was Made Episode 2, the second episode of What Was Made. This is a show about robots who weld together frames. Frames that can be used in any kind of way, load-bearing frames, cages, ladders, barriers, fences, any kind of frame that you want. This is a show about making those frames. You need to have some paneling, and we have this machine that cuts teeth out of things, and we use those as these giant gears. Those gears get painted with glue and then put together. You have to fit the balls into a specific part of the gear to make it spin in this really specific way, and that's the only way that the machine can work. You have to coat every hole with a rubber that holds everything together and keeps everything really snug and secure. And then you need to make sure that there's a place for everyone to sit, and because when they're working the machine, you need to make sure that they're comfortable because you don't want them to get hurt. After you fit all of the gears together, you put them inside of the capsule, and the capsule is what houses the gears and keeps them working right. You put glue inside to keep the top on, and then you have to make sure it's really snug, that the glue really gets into the screw. You have to hold it. Good. Also, you have to make sure that everything stays exactly where it needs to go. And that's why you have this larger machine outside of everything that holds everything together. All of your gears, your controls, the chair from before. This is a machine that makes itself. So after it makes half of the machine, you get into the machine and you make the rest of the machine. It all comes together as soon as you get outside, because everything is mathematically proportioned perfectly so it fits together. Everything is color-coded so you don't confuse anything, so you don't accidentally step into the wrong part. All of the yellow parts, the yellow cages pick things up, and the white bars the white bars are for walking up. You can go inside of the yellow parts, and it helps you go up and down. This is the guy who controls everything. He has the master key. It's basically a machine that helps you lift things up really high. Then this is a kind of a weather station. They do a lot of reporting from it. They use it to document what is going on. This is the where they make the wire, the sensor wire that goes inside of the weather station. It's really hard. You have to make sure that everything is really snug. You can't let things, you don't want anything to get tangled. because they're very important wires. They're very, very expensive, and you don't want your customers to lose wire. You can see what's happening here. They have to make sure every wedge gets hammered in perfectly. These people are the best wedge hammerers. They're the only people who have to hammer wedges. That's how they make the little box that holds all of the important wires. And then they cut all of this metal into the perfect shape. Everything fits together perfectly. Everything is perfectly measured to the smallest, tiniest inch. To every inch it's measured. They're making boxes right now. This is the best bending machine that has ever been made. It's the truest bend you can find. These are kind of like, they're supposed to protect the outside of things, so they subject them to many tests to be sure that they can withstand anything. They spray them with really hot stuff, and then they spray them with really cold stuff. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it could be anything. They like rub metal on it to see if the metal comes off. Usually it does. They emboss everything. It needs to have their trademark, or else then you won't know that they made the metal piece. And the metal piece goes inside of this other part. It gets mounted on to a frontispiece. Everything fits together perfectly. You make sure everything is connected exactly where it goes. And there you have it. Now they're putting together another part. You have a dome, and on the top of the dome, you have a circle piece. You have a wire. This is a giant growing stack in the middle of the factory. It helped you count how much stuff was made all day. These are all of their products. And then when all of their products come together, it creates the weather tower.